All right, boys, so this is going to be an FOMC trade recap right here. And so I'll show you guys and I'll explain exactly what I did, my entire thought process and all that. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so basically we had FOMC today, 2 p.m., right? And so what was everyone predicting, right? What were the majority of people predicting? A 25 BPS cut, okay? And so that's bullish for the markets, right? And overall, this entire week, we've had a bunch of bullish news for the market. We have bullish earnings, okay? Along with the fact that, as you guys can see, look at how bullish the stock market is. The week opened down here and it's only gone up, right? So everyone is already pricing in the extremely bullish news from the rate cuts, from the earnings, and from Trump talking to the president of China and about the trade deal that they have going forward. Also, Trump is literally hinting at us through like what he's saying, that it's, their meeting and stuff, which is probably which is gonna take place in a couple hours, is he's looking very forward to that, right? So that's, it's pretty bullish stuff. So, but what I see is it's pricing it in like crazy, right? Because this is going insane. So my goal coming into the FOMC, such a big news event like this, where everyone's hyped, everyone has their own opinion, everyone's trying to get in, right? So basically, I want a spike up, right, to sweep out liquidity, and then I want to take the opposite direction. Okay, so I didn't think that there was very low possibility of it spiking down first, because it's bullish, so it's always gonna spike up first, and then I wanted to catch shorts, right, which is what I did. I was low-key disappointed though at what happened, but I still did catch them. So going into the news data thing, these were what I had marked out. 4-hour lows, right? These are gaps. I'm not looking at this. I'm looking at this low, and I'm primarily looking at the new week opening gap. Same exact scenario for S&P 500. Low, 4-hour, 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 and then new week opening gap. This is huge and low-key, bro. There's no way we leave this unopened. This is insane. This is such a big gap here. Bro, since this day, legit since this day right here, bro, look at how crazy high we've gone. Like, this is insane, right? So I was definitely expecting a pullback here, okay? And so I will show you guys what, I'll show you guys so this right here is the news event, right? What is this here? Sorry, that's 9:30. Oh, by the way, 9:30 was crazy choppy. We're not looking at ES, we're looking at NQ. So we see we got this right here, 2 p.m. hits. Bro, I wanted this to be a big candle to the upside, but look, this was like a small low candle. You couldn't even notice it was news and stuff. But you could say, what I thought at the moment was that, like, hey, it came up, took out like this 15-minute high. This is a 15-minute high right here. It swept it out. And then from there, I want to just wait for a simple break of structure to the downside, strong confirmation that we're going to go lower. So I see, this, like this big enough black candle. Okay, it also breaks structure. And so, yeah, exactly. So now I'm like, all right, I mean, if my trade idea is going to play out, it's probably going to play out now. Although I don't know, that's what I was thinking, right? And so then what I do is I just so I short right there, and and then I put my stop loss at these highs here, because I see them as like protected highs, and then I would start getting all the way to the new week opening gap. Actually, to be honest, I wasn't really doing that. To be honest, what I was really targeting was, once ES took out new week opening gap, I had an alert here. I would just manually close out of that thing, because there I'm fine with the profit. Like that probably would have happened somewhere around like here, and then that would have been halfway, and then I would have just taken it off here, right? So I most likely would have just done something like this down here. So yeah, let me adjust it. right? So as you guys can see, we had sharp move lower, and then after the first 1 hour low, I forget where it was, but I don't know, the first 1 hour low got taken, you know, like this right here, first 1 hour low gets taken. I'm going break even. I'm expecting price to go much lower. I'm like, okay, it's fine. Even if price comes up, maybe it just wants to fill this gap, continue going lower. It just didn't. I'm telling you, like, bro, it's just the markets are way too bullish. And to the point where like we can't even get like a solid heads up and retrace anymore. Cause like with the amount of up that we've gone, this is low-key kind of nothing. Cause like, bro, like not even equilibrium, like just like nothing, you know? Yeah, not even. Okay, and so yeah, that was the thought process there. What else did I want to say? So also, bro, I'm not gonna lie though, it was a little bit. So I don't usually trade news, and this was a little bit like crazy because like, as you guys can see, I literally almost got stopped, and then Powell, Jerome Powell, he said something bad about like tariffs related to the market. He said they were like, what he said was that they're like increasing costs, and they're not, that stuff where they're not actually good and stuff, right? And so then they went down a low. Now what I could have done better is, I don't even know, maybe just exited down here, like maybe just, I guess, like if we see an initial move like boom, like this, just like exit, and then it's fine if I miss out on the profit. You know what I'm saying? So like, because like usually we're not gonna get multiple like big moves. It's probably just like gonna be one big move. But I thought it was gonna be much bigger because it was a more anticipated event. But yeah, so that's how it went. And then and then it hit break even. I took it on Nasdaq. It was the same thing as ES. It's just that Nasdaq is, it just moves more and stuff. So yeah, but look, ES would have been better to take it on. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is not what I normally do, and tomorrow, and every day, I'm not doing this again. I'm going back to, normally trading, following all my rules and stuff. So stay tuned for those recaps or even the live stuff. You guys are just like gonna see it when I take. I'll show them, and yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.